Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is Shane of Beer Budget Moto, and today we got a little bit of project working on the Mistress here, the old reliable F-150. So anyone who has a 11th gen F-150 knows that they have some problems with the cab corners rusting out, and it's from a couple different reasons. It's from the third brake light up on the back of the cab. The seal goes bad, or the light itself cracks and allows water to run down the back of the cab and get into the body. Also can come from the sliding rear window, if you've got a sliding rear window, which this truck does have. And it also can be potential sunroof issues, clogged sunroof drains. And actually where Ford ran the sunroof drains to exit the body of the truck, they don't really exit outside the truck. They run down along almost where the rocker panel is, so just not a very smart design. So this truck has three things working against it. It's got the sunroof, it's got a sliding rear window, and obviously it has a third brake light up on the top of the cab. So I don't think I have any sunroof drain problems. The rear window may or may not leak, but I washed the truck the other day and realized that the third brake light is actually cracked. The lens is cracked and broken. So I'm going to show you that here in a second. Let's climb up here real quick, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay, now you'll notice that the roof of my truck is trashed. Okay, I don't know what happened here, but I've got rust pitting. I've tried to touch it up in the past with some black spray paint, but it's all over the cab of the truck, just the roof. I don't know if it was hail damage. I don't really know how this happened, but it did. And so luckily it's up high and no one can really see it, but it's up here. So I know you guys are going to roast me in the comments for that, but feel free, go right ahead. But anyway, this is a third brake light, and as you can see right here, you can probably see that it's cracked. The lens is cracked. It has some like little spider cracks up around here too. It's cracked over here by the screw, and but right here is primarily the main crack. So that's obviously going to allow water to get in here, run down where the electrical harness comes up through, run down and into the back of the truck. So we are going to be replacing that today. You can see that we do have some cab corner problems on the truck. This is actually the good side. I'll show you. The rocker on this side of the truck is okay, except for right here, you know, right by the cab corner, we've got this rust. We've got some rocker panel issues. Okay. This side of the truck, however, is much worse. You know, this whole cab corner is gone. The inner part of the cab corner is gone. I'm really struggling to figure out what to do with this truck. You know, this rocker panel is good all the way up, but this cab corner is shot. So I'm weighing my options as far as what I can do come inspection time. I don't want to spend, you know, $2,000 to get the cab corners fixed on this truck. You know, it's a 2006. It's got 143,000 miles on it, and I just struggle to justify spending $2,000 in body work to get the cab corners fixed when the rest of the truck's not perfect. You know, it hasn't had any timing chain issues thus far. 143,000 miles. I mean, I take care of the oil changes religiously. But anyway, we're getting off topic. The point of today's video is we're going to be replacing that third brake light. So I just want to show you what I got here. All right. Ordered this off Amazon. I could have gone with Recon, something like that. But again, the truck is now, 14 years old. You know, it may or may not be getting replaced here in the next year or so. So I'm not going to spend $250 on a Recon LED third brake light. So for about 36 bucks on Amazon, got this nice smoked LED third brake light. Obviously it's got the plastic cover on it right now. you've got your brake light in the middle, red brake light in the middle, and your white cargo lights on either side. So this is a smoked option, which I thought would look good on the black truck. It's literally plug and play, 3-wire connection. It comes with some little O-rings here for your screws where they go down on either side, and then it comes with a 3M gasket. I'm actually going to be using some ultra clear flexible all-purpose waterproof sealant to go around the edge of this as well, just as a little added precaution. And some of the reviews that I saw did say that this seal does not really, give a airtight or watertight seal around this brake light in the cab of the truck. So we're going to use some silicone, throw that on for good measure, and we'll get this going. So first things first, let's pop the old one off and get it unplugged, get everything down to this electrical connector. So we are going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, which we can just use this guy here, and we will take a rag and wipe all the dirt and everything off of that as well. And if it sounds like I'm really cold out here today, it's because I am. It is literally about 35 degrees and it's windy this morning, so working out here in no gloves is not ideal, but we're working with what we got here in southeast PA. It's not raining, so that's a step in the right direction. Screw number 1. Screw number 2. Now this thing should just pull off of here. Okay. I did read that this wiring harness could be a bit of a pain. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to twist all these bulbs out. See if we can't get the light out of the way first. Okay. Light is off. And now we have to reach in here. I believe down in here is a little plastic tab we've got to pop off of there and free up some of the electrical harness here. So hang tight, let me get a tool for that, and we'll be right back. Guys, we'll be honest, that was kind of a pain in the ass. Way back in there, there's some of those plastic clips. Ended up having to use a long screwdriver and some long needle nose pliers to get these plastic clips off so that you can get the wiring harness out far enough to get to this electrical connector. Okay, then you can unplug all these lights, this part of the harness which goes with the old light. Okay, now this 3-wire harness, be careful not to lose that into the roof of the truck or you'll have a bad day. That will plug right into this. So I'm going to take this rag, I'm just going to wipe this up a little bit, clean it. As you can see, the paint is already peeling off of a lot of this. Okay, fix this. to figure this guy out right here. Not exactly sure how this goes. Basically just going to keep pulling all this stuff off of here. Just some 3M sticky stuff here. I'm thinking we're going to stick it on the light itself first. And then we'll stick the whole unit down onto the truck. So let's see here. Harness through here. Looks like this. These go down through here. This goes down up here. Alright guys, well I just had to go heat this up with my ready heater in the garage because it was frozen solid. I keep this stuff out in the garage and it was not happy about that apparently, so I couldn't get anything out. So I'm not going to go too crazy with this. Just gonna put enough on as a band-aid here with the 3M tape. It's a little extra precaution is all. Some of the reviews that I read on Amazon, some guys said that this is what they did. So it can't hurt, right? I mean, you're not gonna see it. So we've got a real thin bead of waterproof sealant around there. We're going to take our light. Okay. Going to plug these in, which I'm going to use two hands here, so just bear with me a second because I do not want to lose this electrical connector into the truck. That would make for a really bad day. Okay, so that's plugged in. The wiring harness can kind of stay there. It's not hurting anything. You're going to take your light, make sure that your wiring is inside. Line these guys up. Definitely not seating down the way that it should be. So comes with these two little rubber washers, if I can get them separated. Put one down in this hole and one down in this hole. Take our two screws and get those started. Now, I'm not thrilled, to be honest, about the way this light seals up. This gasket that they give you is way too thick, so I might end up taking this back off, getting rid of the 3M gasket that they provided, and just using silicone as the only form of gasket. But we'll see how it looks when it's all together. But it's just that silicone, or that 3M gasket, just seems to leave way too big of a body gap on the light. I mean, it probably seals okay, but it just doesn't look good. Some of you are probably saying, well, Shane, why are you worried about what it looks like? Your whole truck kind of looks like crap. It's rusted out. Your roof looks awful. But I mean, if you can see that gap, the gap is awful. You know, you can see some of the 3M gasket sticking out along the bottom, which, I mean, I could trim that off with a razor blade. But I mean, is anyone else going to notice that? Probably not, but I will. I mean, this gasket, this seam up here is huge. So we'll give it a shot. But anyway, old light, new light. Let's I mean, just yeah, they just don't look anything alike, really. It's very strange. But anyway, let's get some lights on here. Let's make sure this thing actually works, first of all. So we'll turn our cab light on. Looks like it is working. Can't really show you guys the brake light function right now because I don't have anyone else out here to hit the brakes for me, and I'm not going to get a crowbar out to show you guys. I'm going to come over here by the ready heater. We got the heater going on right now because it is pretty cold out here this morning, guys. So I apologize for the noise. I'm going to sit here and warm up for just a second. Like I said, overall, I really don't know how I feel about this light. I mean, it looks good, but the way that gasket is, I don't know if that's going to work out for me. It sits way too far off the body of the truck, and I can't imagine when it sits that far away that that's going to seal very well. So I may end up just pulling the whole thing off getting rid of that 3M gasket that they provided and just putting a nice thick bead of silicone around it and try that. But we'll see. Anyway, I'll let you guys know what I end up doing with that, but I just want to give you a quick walkthrough on the new LED third brake light and how we plan on trying to keep some of the water from getting in the back of the truck. Cap corners are already rusted out. It is what it is, but if we can try and keep it from getting any worse, and obviously if we are going to fix the cap corners, we don't want the third brake light still leaking, because then we're just going to have the same problem in a couple of years. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'm sorry the video was a little rough today. It's cold, my nose is running, I'm freezing, and we'll get out of here and we'll catch up with you guys next time. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for supporting Beer Budget Moto. Thanks guys, have a great week.